We all want to look and feel our best year round, but I feel like in the summertime, there's a particular emphasis on feeling sexy as it's really hot, we're showing our skin a little bit more, and today I thought it would be fun to talk about all the products that make me feel my sexiest. This video is sponsored by InnBeauty to share the new summer bronze collection, and when I was thinking about these three products and coming up with a video idea for it, I was really thinking about how summer impacts my makeup style and it impacts the way that I feel in my skin. And one of the fastest, easiest ways for me to feel more sexy is by bronzing up both my face and my body. It should be no surprise here that I don't sit out and tan in the sun. When I'm outside in the sun, I have a towel on, I have SPF 50 everywhere. This fair Irish skin freckles like that. So I have to go for products that provide a little fake sun-kissed glow. And for that, I'm super stoked that InnBeauty launched a face glaze bronze. If you've been here for a while, you know that I love the original face glaze. It's the same formula. It's like that gel moisturizer, gel cream hybrid. It's got vegan squalane, ceramides, hyaluronic acid to really plump and hydrate the skin and help protect the moisture barrier. And now they have a warm bronze tint and it's such a multitasker. My favorite way to use it is mixing it into moisturizer first thing in the morning, especially on no makeup days when I just want a little something to make me feel like I look better without having to put makeup on. This is what I go for. And it is quite a pigmented, darker, warmer shade of bronze, so I find that shearing it out with moisturizer is the way to go. I'll drop in a clip here though of me applying it on its own. You can see it is quite dark, so I personally wouldn't wear it this way, but I think that's great because it's going to work on a lot of different skin tones. If you have a foundation that's a little bit too light, you can also mix this in. That's what I did today. I'm wearing the Armani Luminous Silk in 4.75, and I just wanted it to be a little bit darker, so I mixed this one in. If this is the right shade for you, you could also totally use this as like a gel cream liquid bronzer. And one of my favorite ways to always use either of the face glazes is by mixing them into body lotion because it just provides this soft focus glow all over the skin. The original face glaze is a little bit more of like a highlighter shade, whereas this one's more of a bronzer shade. Honestly, you could mix them both together into body lotion or into moisturizer. It's just a phenomenal multitasker, and both shades are going to work for all skin tones depending on how you use them. Continuing with the theme of bronzing to feel a little bit sexier, nothing makes me feel sexier in the summertime than having a tan. But since I don't sit out and tan anymore, I have to fake tan. And honestly, these days, I'm just way too busy to be bothered with any type of like fake tanning product. Even my Chantecaille Express is just like, it's too much for me to be bothered with. So a nice option instead is the InnBeauty Bronze Body Glow Oil. You can buy it with or without the brush, although I highly recommend splurging the few extra dollars to get the brush because it is an oil. It doesn't fully set down. So on my skin, I'm wearing it all over my shoulders and my chest today. You can see it just provides a little bit of a glow. It makes your skin look really hydrated without being shimmery or glittery. But because it doesn't fully set down and it stays kind of like a gel oil, if you touch your skin, there's no transfer in terms of color or shine. I'll give you an up close there so you can see nothing's transferring to my skin except for the feeling of the oil a little bit. So it's not going to transfer unclosed, but it does stay feeling tacky on the skin. So just a heads up on that depending on what you're looking for. So because of that, I like using the body brush with this and it provides a beautiful shimmer without being glittery. And lastly, I'm going to share their latest lip glaze shade, which is Piña Colada. It's a beautiful, universally flattering bronze and it has the most delicious smell. It's like pina colada candy with a lot of extra pineapple and almost like a sunscreen scent, not in a bad way, like a chemical sunscreen smell. It just, I don't know, it's just really nostalgic smelling to me. I really like it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more on top of the lipstick I was already wearing. So you can use it on top of lipstick like I'm wearing now, or I'll drop in a clip of me applying it on its own. It's a sheer color, but it is quite shimmery, which I think is perfect for the summertime. And if you're not familiar with the lip glaze formula, I would say it's like a cross between a lip gloss and a lip oil. So it's a lot runnier and thinner than a traditional lip gloss, but it's thicker and a little bit more cushiony than a lip oil. It has a very high shine finish and it's super comfortable. For a comparison to the Dior lip oils, the InnBeauty ones are a little bit thinner and obviously they smell totally different. I much prefer the InnBeauty lip glazes because I just love all of the different shades and the nostalgic smells that they come out with. The face glaze bronze is $25, the lip glaze is $17, and the body oil is $35 without the brush or $44 with the brush. Or you can get all of the products in their summer bundle for $78, and if you want to save 15%, you can use my code KAIT15. It's not an affiliate code, it's just there to help you out. And the last product I like to use for a summer bronze is, you could probably guess, it's the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer in light medium. This is my second one. I just purchased this like a month ago and I have already hit pan. I wear it every single day without fail. My other favorite bronzer is Tom Ford Terra, which is a tried and true favorite that you guys actually recommended to me and I love it. But there's just something about the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer that is so skin-like. It's so sheer, it's really hard to mess mess this up because you really can't build it up to the point where it could be an issue. It's super blendable, and even though I'm someone who doesn't like a dewy finish on products and I don't like a balm texture because they can be sticky, this is the exception to that. It's dewy and yet somehow it almost seems to like blur my skin, and it's dewy in a way that's hydrating, not wet looking. It's the bronzer I just cannot get enough of. Something that is not sexy to me is under eye circles. So, you know, when I'm waking up and I feel like shit and I just want to feel a little bit better about myself, you know, something I would do is I would mix the InnBeauty Face Glaze Bronze into my moisturizer, pop on my sunscreen, and then I have to have a concealer. Those are like my absolute basics. And my two favorite concealers are the Fitglow and the Lip Tinted. I'm first going to tell you about the Fitglow. I'm in the shade C2.5, and this is the best concealer I've ever used. I don't think anything can ever or will ever beat this, although the Lip Tinted's a close second, so stay tuned for that. So there are a lot of makeup companies right now that are talking about how their products are skincare makeup hybrids, and that may be the case, but Fitglow does it a little bit differently. Their products are actually skincare first, makeup second. So they build their products around the skincare formula, and then they add in mineral pigments, which no other brand does to my knowledge. For example, if you take the Kosas Revealer Concealer, that has some great skincare ingredients, but they're actually really far down on the ingredient list, so you're not really getting the benefits of the product. The Fitglow concealer is actually their eye cream with mineral pigments in it. And that's what I love about Fitglow products, and that's why this concealer is so incredible. Despite the fact that it's full coverage, it looks like skin. And it's thick and tacky, so it's not the kind of concealer that you can just blend all over your face because it's gonna take a while to blend. It's the kind of product that you'd want to use under your eyes or on blemishes, and it's antibacterial, which is awesome. It has vitamin K to help brighten the skin, and a little bit goes a very long way. You just need a tiny little dot, and it is super long lasting. Even though it's like thick and tacky, I don't find that it creases on me as long as I don't use too much, and it has this blurring effect under my eyes that I just can't describe. Nothing makes me feel better than when I wear this under my eyes. Oh, and if you want 20% off Fitglow, you can use my code KAIT20. Live Tinted just launched a concealer that I am so freaking excited about. It's right behind Fitglow, and it's a close second. This is their new Hueskin Serum Concealer. This comes in 20 shades, and I am the shade 19. I'm wearing that under my eyes right now. It's the second lightest shade. So they did their shade ranges with number 1 being the deepest and 20 being the lightest. This is very similar to the Fitglow concealer in terms of texture. It's full coverage, which is awesome. It also is a thicker, kind of tackier finish, so it's great for under the eyes or on blemishes because it's super long lasting versus a concealer that's like very thin and runny and it's just so blendable that it just blends the coverage right away. That's a concealer that I would use more like in place of foundation, but under my eyes, I need fuller coverage because I have a lot of volume loss under my eyes as I've been aging. And you can use a corrector if you want, of course, but the Fitglow and Lip Tinted concealers are plenty for me where I don't need a corrector. This also has some great skincare ingredients and it looks beautiful under the eyes. It almost performs exactly the same as the Fitglow. I think the Fitglow just has a little bit more coverage and makes my under eyes look a little bit more hydrated than this one. This one doesn't make my eyes look dry. It's just that the Fitglow makes them look like a little bit more plump. That's why this is a close second. I also really enjoy what they did with the wand. Because this is such a full coverage concealer, I love that it's just a thin little brush, which is meant to encourage you not to use too much product. And I think that's really great. I will be doing a new concealer video coming up. I have this, the Tower 28. I bought the Makeup by Mario. I have the Makeup Forever Smooth and Blur, and I'm gonna be buying the House Labs. So stay tuned for that comparison. And for 15% off Lip Tinted, you can use my code LTKAIT15. As I was thinking about what products make me feel sexy, a daily staple that I've had in my collection for about a month is the Beaubble and Rudi Berry Freckle Pen. I have shit on freckle pens for the majority of my time on YouTube. I have just found, ever since I purchased the like original one, or at least the first one that I had heard of, which was the Freck Beauty one, it was like super small. It had this like super long brush that reminded me of a liquid eyeliner that contained way too much product. So you would dot it on your face and you'd get way too much product. This doesn't do that. This is an incredible design. So it has this ball tip pen that is just the perfect freckle shape. And it also goes on very pigmented, but then it immediately shears out as you tap it. But if you have deeper skin, you can just keep it there and have it set without tapping it out. So the shade is kind of adjustable depending on how you use it. And this actually looks exactly the way that my freckles look. You know, when I wear foundation and I'm on camera, you can't see the natural freckles that I have, but I'm actually quite freckly. And this has been really nice to add my freckles back in. It makes me feel super cute. John has been loving the fake freckles. And I feel like Rudi has tested so many freckle pens and it really shows up in this formula and in the packaging and the applicator. So I'll show you what I did today. I tried to make it natural, so I wanted them to be really sporadic, and I tapped in the majority of the freckles so that they would look really natural. And then I just kept a couple of them to kind of stand out on my face because that's what natural freckles really do. They don't look perfect. So when I see people wearing freckle pens and it's just like a wash of perfectly distributed freckles, it looks so fake. If you really try to have a totally random design, that's gonna be really natural looking. And once you blend these in, they set and they do not budge. It makes me feel really cute. The next product that makes me feel my sexiest are statement earrings. Everybody asks all the time where I got these from. I'm so sorry. They're from like Forever 21 or H&M or something from like over 10 years ago. I honestly don't know how they've held up such great quality, but honestly, sometimes I find that Forever 21 does that. Like my oldest sweaters are Forever 21 and they are going strong. So people shit on fast fashion a lot of times, but weirdly, some of my fast fashion items have been the best quality that I've found. But I would say that my favorite pair of statement earrings are the Lavage Amalfi hoops, and these are the gold ones. Just so you know, I've had these for a few years and they are like the gold is wearing off. It's not like they're actual gold, but these have been holding strong for a few years now and they're just starting to look a little worn. I wear these in so many of my videos. They just make me feel really sexy. I love especially gold jewelry. I'm realizing now that so far all these companies I have coupon codes with, and I did not do that intentionally. I do have a Lavage code now and it's KAIT10 for 10% off. I'll link all the products in the description box below, but I also really love these silver ones. I think they're called the mini cross hoops or something like that. And I think these come in gold as well. I also have these snake earrings that I love. They're from Ana Luisa and I wear these all the time in my videos. Absolutely one of my favorites, as well as the Ana Luisa, these like dagger earrings. I love the daggers. I think they're such a fun statement earring. Definitely one of my most worn. And then my last favorite statement earrings are these Missoma Ovate hoop earrings. So they have a little bit of a different shape, which I really like. Missoma's a slightly more expensive brand, so I wanted to mix it in with a couple different price points, but I really enjoy these as well. When I want to feel my sexiest, I want hair that is voluminous and a little bit texturized and messy. My favorite product to do that is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. I'll just show you it right now. I sprayed the shit out of my hair this morning because I'm on second day hair and I really needed a little zhuzh. But let me just put into perspective for you how thin my hair is. That's the size of one of my pigtails. It's pathetic. So I need a lot of help in the volume and texture department. And this just makes my hair feel texturized and a little voluminous, and it adds a tiny bit of hold without it feeling crunchy or heavy. It just makes it feel still soft, a little bit mattified, and it just gives you that beautiful beachy texture. It gives me the hair that I, kind of wish I was born with. That's not true. I want Blake Lively's hair, but within the means of my hair. So I kind of just like scrunch it in like that. I also really like the way that Oribe products smell. So as you can see, it's a lot messier and a lot more texturized than it was before. And I find that with this kind of formula, I need less of this than other texturizing sprays because this is pretty expensive. I believe it's $48, although they do have a mini for I think $25. But if you're on a budget, I also really like the Verb texturizing spray. I think it's $20 for a full size, so it's pretty good. And if you have a texturizing spray you like that's under $20, please let us know, as long as it's not too heavily scented. That's a really, really big issue for me with hair products. I honestly would rather not have to spend Oribe money, so please let me know your texturizing spray recommendations below. But truly, I've just tried so many and I have never found anything to come close. Dry Bar and Way products, Kristen S products smell really, really strong on my nose. So far, Verb, Moroccan Oil, and Oribe are the three brands I know that I can trust when it comes to both smells and formulas. Speaking of smells, let's talk perfume. I've reviewed all of these in my perfume collection video, which I'll leave linked on the screen above. I go into major detail about the notes and the scent memory experiences for me. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever filmed. When I think of sexy perfume, especially in the summertime, I think of something that's like really juicy and sensual. And for me, that is undoubtedly DS and Durga Debaser. This to me just smells like juicy, juicy figs melting in the sun, surrounded by a field of just like greenery, and then like a little bit of musk. So it's just such a phenomenal summer scent. It just makes me feel so sexy. It's so summery. It's so juicy and delicious. I love it. And I really like that DS and Durga makes these little travel sizes. My absolute daily signature scent is the Commodity Gold Personal perfume. I love it so much. I bought a full-size bottle and I never do that. That's the first time I've done that. If I can find a travel size, I will purchase the travel size because I don't like having a big perfume collection. I like trading out perfumes, but this is one I went through the travel size in like 3 months. I've been wearing it literally every single day. This is basically just very soft, natural natural, creamy, not sweet, not artificial vanilla with some sandalwood and ISOE Super, which smells like a little bit woody. To me though, there's like a little hint of a musk. There's like a hint of wood, a hint of amber, a hint of sandalwood. And all of those notes really just ground this out to make it not like a sweet, artificial candy, vanilla ice cream kind of vanilla, but more just like a creamy skin-like vanilla. And that skin-like quality, that natural quality is what makes it really sensual and sexy for me as a vanilla scent. But when I want to amp it up and I want a sexy vanilla for the nighttime, my favorite is Diptyque's Eau Duelle because this has a lot of spicy notes in it as well, like pink peppercorn. Sorry, it was like beautiful and sunny out and now it just got super dark. Not very fitting for the video, but it is what it is. The notes of Eau Duelle are cardamom, cypress, elemi, juniper, saffron, calamus or calamus. I have to look that up. I'm not sure what that is. Black tea, black African olibanum, amber, Fernet vanilla, bourbon vanilla, and white musk. So it's musky, it's vanilla, but it's spicy. You've got the saffron. Oh, there's no pink peppercorn. That's weird. In one of the websites, I could have sworn it said pink peppercorn. But either way, there's a lot of different spices. There's like saffron and cardamom and all that. And that black tea is really interesting. You can't really smell it on its own unless you know it's there. But once you know it's there, it's just a beautiful element to the fragrance. So it's like this kind of sexy, spicy vanilla, but not spicy in a way that's really astringent on the nose. Like, you know, when a fragrance makes you like wrinkle your nose, it's not like that at all. It's spicy, but it's still soft and it's still skin-like. I have a really big sensitivity to fragrances. And so I would say about 80% of perfumes I try give me a horrible headache. And all of these don't do that. So it has to be something that's still kind of soft and skin-like for me to like it. And the last fragrance that makes me feel really sexy is Diptyque's Orphéon. This is my winter fragrance. Just quickly, my other nighttime favorite is Jo Malone's Vetiver and Golden Vanilla, but I couldn't find it online except for the Jo Malone site, so I wasn't sure if they were discontinuing it, but that is a really great option. But for wintertime, I love Orphéon from Diptyque. This was named after a bar in Paris in the 1970s that the Diptyque founders used to frequent after work. And so they kind of created this fragrance to mimic the scent memory of that. It's like smoky, it's powdery, it's woody, and interestingly, there are notes of women's powder blusher. And normally I hate powder scents and it makes me want to vomit when I smell anything powdery, but this doesn't do that. I think it's the combination of like the wood and the smoke in there. I think there's some juniper as well. There's definitely some element of booze in here that I really enjoy. It's just like a sexy night out fragrance. And I also heard that this is Phoebe Bridgers' signature scent. So how could you not love that? Oh, a product I forgot to mention that has to do with feeling sexy in your skin. The product I've been really liking to help me exfoliate my skin is the InnBeauty Bright and Smooth 7% AHA and BHA body serum. You know, I find that scrubs don't really do that much for me. Like they'll kind of slough off that stuff a little bit, but I find that really to get the results I need, I have to be using some type of leave-on product overnight. And all of the ones I've tried either don't do anything or are way too harsh, like the Paula's Choice 10% AHA body lotion. That one like stung the shit out of my skin, even like my back, which is not a sensitive area. So for me, this is the perfect little Goldilocks formula between something super gentle, but something that gives you results. And that's what's really important to me. It's not like super harsh. And what I like about it is it feels kind of like a satiny gel cream serum hybrid. So I find that it's actually hydrating enough for me to use on its own and I don't have to put body lotion on top of it, or you can use it as a serum and then put your lotion on top. It's really, really nice. And if I do want to use a fake tan, I will use this the day before and then I'll use my fake tan the day after. Okay, let's talk about some makeup products. An essential product when I want to feel sexy is a lip liner because I do have thinner lips and, you know, I want to fake the appearance of slightly more plump lips without getting filler. I have hypermobile EDS and as that is, it's a collagen disorder. So I have like thinner skin than most people. And because of that, I don't think that I'm ever going to get filler in my face because I would probably be more prone to bubbling and filler migration. So I got to work with what I got. And what I got is not that much. And lip liners really help with that. I would say that my most worn right now is the Victoria Beckham lip liner in 02. And that's because it's still a nude for my skin, but it's on the warmer side. And in the summer months, I just tend to reach for products that are a little bit warmer. So I really like this one. It's a traditional pencil formula, so it's not gonna like knock your socks off, but there is more of a creaminess to it compared to something like the MAC lip pencils. I really don't like those those because they're so dry. I don't find them comfortable. They don't blend. This is a slightly creamier pencil and I really enjoy it. Another option I'm loving is the Tower 28 one-liner in Work of Art. You can use these on your lips, eyes, your face. You can use them to fake freckles. You can do eyeliner, whatever you want. But I like this because it's a nude lip liner for me that has a little bit more of a cool toned quality to it. So it just depends on what shade I'm going for. And this is also a pencil formula that you sharpen, but this one is definitely creamier than Victoria Beckham. Like it has more of an almost gel quality to it. It's really creamy and then it sets down and does not budge. One of my favorite lip liner formulas that is criminally underrated is the Fitglow Vegan Lip Liner, and my favorite shades are Buff and Nude. The Fitglow Vegan Lip Liners are almost exactly like the Tower 28 in terms of texture, but they're a little bit creamier. The Tower 28 are more budge proof and set down. These still stay slightly creamy on the lips, so it just depends what you're looking for. But I find that the Tower 28 and the Fitglow lip liners are best for overlining because that creaminess, that almost gel-like quality to them just adds this like extra cushion over the lips that I find makes it a little bit more natural looking, almost like it fills in the lips. And I'll show you swatches. So we have Victoria Beckham 02, Tower 28 Work of Art, Fitglow Nude, and then Fitglow Buff. Buff is definitely more of like the pink shade I would reach for. Nude by Fitglow is more of like a pinky nude. Tower 28 Work of Art is like a nude beigey brown that's on the cooler side, and Victoria Beckham 02 is more of a nude brown on the warmer side. And to go with our juicy lip liner, I gotta go with some kind of a nude lip. That's definitely what makes me feel my sexiest. And my favorite product to do that with is the Colé Lip Treatment Oil in Bliss. This is just the juiciest, most high shine gloss I've ever tried. I wouldn't let the name lip treatment oil fool you. When I think of a lip oil, I think of something really thin and runny and emollient. And this is super, super thick and cushiony and incredible and long lasting because it has a tackier, almost sticky finish, but not sticky in like a heavy, gloopy kind of way, just more tacky in a long lasting way. It also has a delicious smell. I think it's cotton candy, but it's something really sweet. And it's just the perfect nude shade for my skin tone. It makes me feel so sexy, and the glass-like shine really smooths over the lips and almost like fills in the lips. So if you have textured lips and you have vertical lip lines or anything like that, some kind of a thicker formula that really smooths over the lip lines is going to be a great option for you. And this is definitely my favorite nude lip product. The lipstick I'm wearing right now is one of my other favorite nude lipsticks. It's the Beauty Pie Future Lipstick Luxe Shine in the shade You Sexy Thing. I love these. They smell like vanilla and they are just like a balm meets a lipstick with medium pigment. They have a shiny finish, and I would say they're like if you've ever tried the Chantecaille lip shakes, they're almost the same. Actually, they might be like exactly the same formula, so that's a good reference point. And You Sexy Thing is just this beautiful pinky color. I love it so much. It's this pinky beige. It's a very, very soft rose. It just goes with everything, and it feels so nice because it's emollient and it's hydrating, but it's not super thin and lightweight. There's a little bit more of a thickness and a grip to it, and I really like that. When I want something less pink and a little bit more of a nude, a beigey nude, fleshy nude, I go for Chantecaille's Lip Chic in Patience because it's quite a neutral beige, but without being too light that it washes me out, and also has a really nice, super subtle vanilla smell. And like the Beauty Pie Future Lipstick Luxe Shines, the Chantecaille Lip Cheeks do have that kind of cushiony quality that I really, really love. And I would say Beauty Pie You Sexy Thing looks best with Fitglow Nude or Buff because there's more pink in there. Chantecaille's Lip Chic and Patience looks better with Tower 28 Work of Art because this one's a little bit more cool toned. I like Colé's Bliss with the Victoria Beckham Lip Definer because this is a little warmer. And my last nude lip product, if you like a fleshy nude that's really gonna like wash your lips out, kind of like concealer lips if that's your thing, I have recently been really enjoying the iconic London, oh shit, what is this? Hold on. The Melting Touch Lip Balm, and I have the shade Undone. So very similar to the Hourglass even in terms of packaging, and you just click it up. It's very much more of a light fleshy nude, so I have to wear it with a lip liner in order to have a little structure to my lips, but it's beautiful. It has a bit of a fruity scent, almost like a little bit sour to me. I can't place what it is, but it's very, very subtle. And even though I'm wearing it on top, you can see it just has the most beautiful shine. That's so nice. I know that sometimes like lighter, fleshier nudes aren't for most people. We may have left that behind in, 2011, but sometimes sometimes with a smoky eye especially, it just slaps. And the last products that make me feel my sexiest are warm brown eyeshadows for a one and done look. And I would say that my sexiest eyeshadow is the MAC Extra Dimension Eyeshadow in Amorous Alloy. This is a beautiful, warm, reddish brown, and that reddish brown quality is kind of my perfect smoky eye color. I'm not much of like a cool tone smoky eye kind of gal, but give me a reddish brown shade and I will go to town on that shit because it makes me feel so good. It really helps to pop my eye color. It's a beautiful kind of satin, slightly metallic finish, and I love using it as a one and done eyeshadow. It's definitely something I wear a lot, especially when I go to concerts or for a night out. It's also one of John's favorite eyeshadows on me, so it has a special place in my heart. The eyeshadow I'm wearing today is the Vive Eye Wand in the shade Camel. This is quickly becoming my most worn eyeshadow ever. If I don't know what to reach for, I'm gonna reach for this, and I'll probably pop a little metallic shade on top. On top of this, I'm wearing the Glaze Monochromes palette, and I'm just using the metallic shade on my lid right there. But this on its own is incredible. It's more of a like peachy, sandy, orangey brown. I believe that orange is the opposite color of blue on the color wheel, and so that's why it helps to pop my blue eye color. This is the best eyeshadow stick I've ever tried. It is very pigmented, but it's not too pigmented. It's creamy, but it's not so creamy that it's gonna crease. And it's stiff, so you have control, but it's not too stiff. It is just that perfect Goldilocks formula. Jamie Genevieve is a goddamn genius because I think that eyeshadow sticks are one of the hardest formulas to get right. This is truly the only formula I've ever found that I could not improve. It's so easy to use. It blends, but it's not too blendable, and it sets, it doesn't budge, it doesn't crease, and it doesn't crumble. It doesn't feel sticky and heavy on my lids like the Nude Sticks ones do. And it's not so emollient that it just blends away and doesn't show up like the Make Beauty eyeshadow sticks. It's just incredible. One that I recently tried that is a very close second is the Galactic eyeshadow stick. This is the shade Nutmeg, and this was a recommendation from Nikki LaRose. If you haven't seen her, she's an incredible makeup artist. She does a lot of like big swatch application videos, and that's my favorite kind of beauty video to watch. She raved about this, and it's actually very similar to the Vive eyeshadow sticks. Compared to the Vive Eye Wand, this is a little bit stiffer, so I find that I have to work a little bit faster before it sets. But other than that, it performs just the same level of pigment, same longevity. And this is the shade I want to reach for when I want more of a brown that has a little bit more of like a reddish, rosy undertone, and I'll do some swatches at the end. It just makes me feel really sexy. I don't think I said what this was. This was the color Nutmeg, and actually an exact color match is the Violette Eau Paint in To Do. This is also a brown that has more of a reddish, more like rosy undertone. A little goes a long way. This is ultra pigmented. You just need a little dot, and then you're gonna like blend and blend and blend, and the pigment just doesn't stop. So this is gonna last you forever. And what I really like about that is also it's gonna work on more skin tones because it is so pigmented. The matte ones I think are absolutely incredible. The metallic ones didn't work for me, I think just because the shades I tried are really dark, and I found them to be a bit difficult to blend, a little bit patchy, kind of sheer at places, but a little bit pigmented at other places. So the metallic ones are a skip for me, but the matte ones I find to be perfect. I also love the lilac one. They're beautiful, and I'm definitely looking at getting more shades. These also, once they set, they do not budge. They are totally long lasting, and they don't come off until you take them off. So this is the kind of eyeshadow that I wear when I'm going to a music festival and I'm out in the sun in like 103-degree heat in Coachella and I need something to last all day. This is what I reach for. So let me show you swatches. So first we have the MAC Extra Dimension Eyeshadow in Amorous Alloy, which is more of a reddish brown. Then we have all of these are matte shades. This is the Vive Eye Wand in the shade Camel. You can see it's more of like a sandy orangey brown. And then these two are pretty much the exact same shade. This is the Galactic eyeshadow stick in Nutmeg, and this is the Violette Eau Paint in To Do. There we go. Now the light's back just as I finish the video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. If you want to keep watching content, I'll leave a video on the screen for you. And wherever you are, I hope you're having an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one.